What are you gonna do with the headbutt, fams? Welcome back to my channel where I'm making my mission to compare Pokemon investing with stock market investing, which one is better. And how I'm doing that is by investing $200 every single day of my own personal money into the stock market. And at the same time, keeping track of Pokemon products with equivalent value. So if I invest $200, I can then invest $200 in Pokemon cards. But today something crazy happened which actually threatened this experiment. I almost thought I wasn't going to be able to keep going, but I'll cover that in a little bit because I want to go over where we're at now with the account balances. And so far, after 4 days of investing in the stock market, the count is at 802 cents. We're winning by 2 cents. Now, this is actually honestly what I thought would happen. Is the account balance is so low with $800 that when you take percentages of that, it becomes pennies, like 1%, 2%, right? And not much has been happening in the US stock market. I'm investing in US companies. But I feel like that's going to change very soon. I'm also going to cover that in a little bit. And now for the Pokemon side, I had $800 to invest today, but didn't because I'm trying to go for the Evolving Skies booster box. As you guys may know, I've mentioned it before. I think it's a solid investment. I think it will increase more in price throughout the time, but it's $823, so I'm missing $23. I'm gonna pick that up tomorrow for sure, and then I'll probably keep doing this, keep going for higher end products, maybe latias, latios, alt art will be the next one. But let me know in the comments if you guys have an awesome product that you think I should invest in, whether it be sealed, graded cards, or actually not graded cards, sealed or raw, because graded cards are a little bit tricky to price nowadays. And I want to make this as streamlined as possible, as easy as possible to keep track of. Now, going back to two things, I think that the stock market prices will be changing, will move up or down dramatically soon. And the reason for that is because here in the US, presidential elections are fast approaching, where I don't want to get into the politics of things. I don't really care that much about who will win, really. Everything's, to me, the same. But I want to go over the mentality of how the stock market views it, because that's what matters, right? And Wall Street stock market views Republicans as more favorable from what I've seen, from what I've heard, and right, the chatter online, because Republicans are anti-regulation and more willing to give tax breaks to corporations and thus having them more money, giving them more money to be able to make more money. So that's why I think Wall Street sees Republicans as a more favorable candidate, and Democrats the opposite. They're regulation, more for regulation, less tax breaks for corporations, right? So if Trump wins, I think the stock market will increase. If Kamala wins, I think the stock market might take a plunge. And either way, I see this as a win for me, because if the stock market goes up, awesome. If it goes down, I'm going to buy some more. Now, this is politics aside. I don't want Trump to win personally, but that's how the stock market views it. That I think, and I think that's what's going to happen. So very soon we should be able to see some movements in the account, stock market account. Now for Pokemon, I don't think anything crazy has been happening besides 151 has been reprinted. Everything in Scarlet and Violet I'm going to be staying away from, even though Twilight Masquerade has been moving a lot. Same with Greninja EX. By the way, I should be updating you guys here on market movers. So if you guys appreciate that, press a like button. I really appreciate you guys. It does take some time and effort, right? And last thing that I want to talk about in this video, and I want to cover what I initially started with, and that is that I thought I almost had to quit this experiment of investing $200 every single day, because one of my main things that allows me to be able to invest all this money, that's $1,000 a week, is that I'm not paying rent, because I've built my tiny home on my parents' property here. They had a big property, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna build this. But today I got some permit issues. I've been having dealing with permits for this area since it was a wetland area and this and that. And I'm out here kind of further away, so I'm not connected to the city line where we have a, what do they call it? Well, and the permit people need some sort of seal on the well. Anyways, I've been going back and forth with the permits for this tiny house. And today I thought I would have to pay $20,000 for some fines that came through, but I was able to talk to some people and let them know what's happening. I've been spending a lot of money to get a lot of different things situated, so I ended up getting an extension on that. So I have a year and a half to come up with 20 grand. I think it's actually 10 grand now. But that's what's been happening today and what's been on my mind. So I wanted to share with you guys, let you guys know I'm sticking the course, as hard as it may be some days to do so, right? I actually do have an emergency fund. Over the weekend, I sold a bunch of my graded Pokemon slabs to increase this emergency fund, but I'm not expecting $10,000 or $20,000 emergency. But now that I have this permit situation going, I will be on the back of my mind thinking about it and trying to put more money aside for it if that comes to be the case, that I have to pay that in a year and a half, but at least I have a bit more time. So those are the updates that I want to give you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.